What's up, guys? It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. If you're new here, please check us out on Facebook. Our group is called World Travelers. So, this video is going to be the top 5 hiking spots in Arizona with water. Because I feel like it's just a hell of a lot more serene and peaceful and relaxing and refreshing from the Arizona heat to go ahead and get involved with something that you can take a dip in, or wash your hands in, or wash your face, or have something involving water, because it's so damn hot in Arizona. So without further ado, let's go get started. Okay, so number 5, and I'm currently looking for another one to put on this list. As we speak, I only have 4 written on my hand right here, and because I'm thinking about it while I'm driving, but I thought this would be really cool for people that have come from out of state. I'm very overly critical of Arizona because it is so damn hot. So any single chance I get, I always go up north or try to seek out anywhere that has more trees or just more to offer as far as exploration is concerned, in the sense of water and a break from the heat. So I guess no particular order, but I will start with my least favorite to my most favorite. And now I will say, as I progress with these, it's probably because I've been to different ones more recently or something like that, so it could change based on that. The first one is going to be the Natural Bridge. Now, the reason I put Natural Bridge as number 5 and least enjoyable is because it's very much so not a hike in the sense of what I would consider a hike. It is by far one of the most beautiful ones, as far as if you have the kids and you want to just get an afternoon out. You do have to pay for parking. It's $15. It's up in Payson, Arizona, or just past Payson, Arizona, only a mile or 2, maybe a couple more miles than that, but realistically only about 5 minutes outside Payson. It's very beautiful. If I had to describe it, I would say it's something that you would see in a Lord of the Rings movie or something like that. It is very interesting in the fact that it does not seem like it would belong in Arizona. It's got very gorgeous limestone cliffs. You cannot get in the water there, but something that I want you to remember is, depending on if you go to the Natural Bridge spot or if you go to the other spot, which is going to be, so you have the Natural Bridge and then you have a waterfallish type area. And a lot of people don't realize there is 2 separate locations, and I've told people that have gone there 10 times and they didn't know about it. So remember, you can drop down on either side, and you do have the ability to hike all the way up to the other one. I would say it's a little bit more intense as far as maybe if you have 1 and 2 year olds. Sure, that's fine, you can carry them through it and stuff like that, but it might be a little bit too much intensity for you. But you could definitely hike down / just walk down a hill down to the Natural Bridge, then walk back up, and then you can walk all the way through the parking lot and then walk down to the waterfall area and then walk back up. They do have a little, I don't want to say it's a convenience store, but they have a park ranger station and stuff like that. I do believe there's no dogs allowed, and the reason for that is there's wild javelina that actually are all over the green area, which is really cool to see, all the babies and stuff. They've never been aggressive with me. I've gone there multiple times, and I would definitely recommend that if you were taking a trip to Arizona, this would be a must-see location. So, on to number 4. Don't know where I got cut off, but camping would be an option that I would take. I would obviously probably bring some form of protection, whether it's a gun or a baseball bat or a big knife or something, just because you are going to be pretty much 3 or 4 hours away from things. Not 3 or 4 hours, but if you had to run, it might take you a couple hours or whatever to get out of there. So understand that I did not see any animals, but I would assume there probably is some wildlife at night and stuff like that. So Tony's Cabin looks like a little bit more of a backpacker slash overnight camping location, but I definitely did it in a single day. But the one thing I was thinking the whole time was, man, I wish I would have brought some supplies and actually been able to camp here. It would be a cool place to drink and party and, you know, kind of have a campfire and stuff like that and set up some tents. The next one is going to be Fossil Creek, of course. Please, when you're going to any of these places, make sure that you are packing in and packing out. We want to keep these places beautiful. Please don't, you know, do graffiti and stuff like that, especially Fossil Creek. You know, it's been closed down multiple times due to trash and stuff like that. Fossil Creek is a very popular location, okay? You do need to, Tony's Cabin, you do not need any permits, nothing for parking. It's a very long dirt road and you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, so it's not a big deal. There's no parking necessarily, but there's like little ditch areas you can park up on and stuff like that, because it's a little bit more serious of a place rather than like a weekend warrior place. But Fossil Creek does require a permit in advance. And with any of these places, because of what's going on with the pandemic and stuff like that, I would definitely check the local websites to be able to make sure if not these places are open, because you don't want to get in trouble, or more importantly, I would say you don't want to drive for 3 or 4 hours or fly here or something like that, hoping that you're going to be able to go to them and then you find out that they're closed. Fossil Springs is going to be like $6 if you pay for it in advance. As far as it is concerned with, you have to do the parking permit and stuff like that. I would be very, 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 very clear about how you go about ordering the parking lot that you want to park at, okay? So when you do the pass, they're going to have different parking locations. So not only do you pay for a pass, but it's almost like an airline ticket. You actually figure out where in that area, where in the location you're going to park. So you have like A, B, C, D, E, F, G parking lots and stuff like that. Now, obviously, the longer you go in advance to get your permit, the better chances you are getting a pass that is parking pass that is closer to the actual trail. They can be significantly far away, and at the end of the day, the worst thing that you want to do is be walking forever trying to find your vehicle. Fossil Springs, I would say medium hike, easy to medium hike. I don't remember it being super difficult. The water is absolutely beautiful. It is like a kind of long hike, a few miles, I think, just to get there. But for the most part, you're not like scaling over rocks. There's pretty good trail and stuff like that. There's water pretty much the whole way. And then you get there and then there's a cave. You know, like you can go under the waterfall. A lot of people don't know that. They'll sit there for many times and not realize you can swim under and get under the waterfall and kind of get some cool pictures like that. Nice little swimming area. You can definitely cliff jump off of the water. There's a swimming pool above the waterfall, but super, super, super beautiful place. The water downstream where you start the hike just looks like the Caribbean Ocean. It's just absolutely freaking gorgeous. Depending on how busy the water is up top is going to depend on how clear it is and stuff like that, because if everybody's stirring stuff up. But it tends to be, you know, pretty good because they regulate the amount of people that can go, so it's not like crazy crowded like it used to be back in the day, and that's I think why they started making regulations and stuff like that. You will have rangers on site and stuff like that controlling the parking, so it's a little bit more of a family friendly type place and stuff like that. So, but I would definitely say that would be number 2. Number 1 is one that I went to in Sedona, and I would say it's Huckabee Trail. Huckabee Trail is pretty tough in the sense of First of all, parking, I don't know how much it was because when I went, it was like a free day and stuff like that. But they do have a kiosk where you can pay with debit card, which is really freaking awesome and super smart. And then there's plenty of parking and stuff like that. I want to say the parking lot opens at 6:30, I believe, and you can get there as early as like 5 and get in line and stuff. And sometimes they open it early, sometimes they open it later. I would say 6:30 is probably going to be perfectly fine. It didn't look super crazy crowded when I was there, but I went, it's about 3 miles in, 3 miles out. On the way in, you don't realize that it's pretty difficult, because most of it's downhill. And then on the way, like while you're down there, there's lots of different spots to go. There's really beautiful, clear water, and this is in Sedona, Arizona, if I didn't say that already. And the swimming holes, they have little tadpoles and stuff, tiny little fish and stuff for the most part. There's a couple crawdads, but not a lot of like really awkward like fish all up in your space and stuff like that. The water was super refreshing, very icy cold, very, very clear, and it was very nice. Lots of trees down there and stuff, plenty of shade. The red rock mixed with lots of streams and lakes and rivers and stuff like that was really, really, really serene and really pretty. I will say that be careful about overdoing it while you're down there, because coming out is pretty tough, especially if you're kind of already, if it's like midday or something like that. I would say about 80% of the hike back is going to be in the sun, also on the way down. But on the way back, you're going uphill, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult. It's not completely unidealistic for kids and stuff like that. Just make sure they're big enough to where they, you could take breaks and walk and keep going and stuff like that. But in addition to that, I would say maybe bring some lunch. Definitely lots of water, cold water if you can. And I don't believe you can camp there or anything like that. But it's right in Sedona. It's just an absolutely beautiful day. It's a different type of hike because the Sedona red rocks mixed with the trees and the icy cool water makes for a really, really majestic day. I hope you guys like this video. I hope I covered all the questions. If you have any extra questions, please feel free to ask them. I'm open to answering if I can. You guys also, like I said, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. I do have a healthy living group, not necessarily mixed in with this, but if you're a healthy living person, that is my larger group. It's called Healthy Living for a Healthy Life, and you can come join that one. And also, like I spoke before, the other one is called World Travelers. So my quotes are not my quotes, but my hashtags are: be stronger than your excuses, remember to spread love, not hate, drink your damn water, stay on track, travel because you're not dead yet, and hashtag Team Boo. Thank you so much for watching and all the support. Have a great day. Don't forget to keep watching because the pictures and videos are coming next. Now what in the hell would that be doing out here in the middle of fucking nowhere? That is badass. Isn't that crazy?